Hey, hey, hey. Hey, guys, it's Lynette M. Bradshaw here. Today, I am broadcasting live on my Facebook business page, my group on Facebook. Excuse me, trying to get my words right. And I am going live on YouTube. So I hope that you guys can hear me. I've tried to wait a few minutes while all the noise outside started, but then I was like, that's just a distraction. Let's just get this going. So, hello, if it's Thursday where you are, that means it's time for me to come in with a quick message. And so, today we're going to have some girl talk. All right, here on December the 9th, 2021. It's a Wednesday, and I was sitting and thinking about, there are some things that are going on in life and some things that I'm observing, things that I've experienced myself. And I thought today would be a great day to talk to you guys about exposing your secrets. Ouch. Nobody wants to talk about exposing their secrets, right? Nobody wants to really be visible and vulnerable before those in their lives or even themselves, right? That's a scary topic. But I don't know about you, but this year I've been going through a journey of recovery, a journey of healing, a journey of, just exposing some things in my life to myself. And so I want to talk to you today about exposing your secrets because I want you to know that the things that you're hiding, the things that you won't talk about, doesn't mean that they're healed. Just because you don't talk about it, just because you don't want to deal with it, does not mean that it's healed. Now, I don't know about you, but in my family, in my history, not telling anybody else secrets, just exposing my own, there are many generations of secrets that have followed all of us down the road. Some of the things that we knew, some of the things that we don't know. And then it runs into us, right? And we decide that's not going to be my story. That's not going to be my journey. But what if I told you that just because you say that, but you don't do anything to heal that, means that it's carrying around in your life too? Let me put it this way. When you begin to talk about your journey, whether it's with a counselor, a therapist, with a trusted friend, or even in your journal, you begin to write out these things that you're feeling, that you're going through, that keep showing up in your life, these vicious cycles that continue to repeat themselves over and over again. And yet you come to that place where you're beginning to recognize that it's showing up in areas of your life that you no longer want it to be. What if you realize that by exposing your secrets, you're giving yourself an act of self love? What if you looked at it as you're no longer protecting anybody that's attached to that secret, but you're ready to set yourself free? Would that make you look at your situation differently? Would that cause you to decide and put into action whatever it's going to take to free you from what you've seen come down the line in your family? I know for me, many of the things that I have allowed myself to heal and go through that journey of breaking from was when I started having kids. But when I had my daughter 17 years ago, I made the decision that the things I've gone through and that I've seen in my family will not attach to her. Then I started having grandkids, having two granddaughters, and realizing that it stops with me. So, the act of self love that you do for yourself is not just about you, but the generations after you. Now, I've talked about it before that in many of our homes as Black women, we heard over and over what goes on in this house stays in this house. So I understand how we carry for generation after generation these secrets, whatever they may be, and we become hidden on the inside of us. And they show up in our children, they show up in our relationships, they show up in how we see ourselves in our and how we feel about ourselves. It shows up in our mentality. It shows up in what we believe we are capable of and what we're worthy of and, what we can do. It shows up. But today I want you to look at it in a different way. If you've never given yourself an act of self, if you've never given yourself permission to be free, today is a day for you to begin to do that. Here on December 9th, 2021, it shows us that we only have a few weeks to go to enter into another year. You will continue to take the secrets over into another year until you decide, I am worthy of being free of what has held so many captive before me. Now, again, I understand that it's not easy to deal with the things of the past. It's not easy to expose the things that we have buried and packed down and, thinking that we could outrun it if we don't talk about it, or if we get enough degrees on the wall, or if we have this many things over here, or if we do better over here, if we just outrun it, then that means that it's not a part of us. But that thing that you won't speak of is not healed. That thing that you won't deal with, it's not healed. It just keeps showing up. You keep putting things on top of it, hoping that it will silence it. But all it's really doing is silencing you. And so I don't know about you, but I felt after a while that I had been silenced for too long. I decided after a while that I needed to be able to look in the mirror and really see me. I decided that I needed to look in the mirror and be vulnerable with my truth because I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of it showing up. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing any residue of it on my children. So I just stopped by here today to ask you, at what point do you give yourself permission to not only outrun the past, but stop the past with you by exposing it? And in the beginning, I said that can be through counseling, through therapy, through writing it in your journal, through talking about it with a trusted friend, because you cannot trust everybody with your secrets. We know that. But when you begin to ask yourself the question, why am I this way? Why does that keep happening to me? Why do I keep having these types of relationships? Why do I keep thinking of myself in this way? Why do I keep feeling this way about myself? Those are the questions that tell you you're ready to deal with the secrets. I will leave you with this. When you begin to ask yourself those questions, it will feel uncomfortable. Whenever we begin to shine light where there is darkness, we feel uncomfortable. Whenever we decide that we deserve something better and greater than what we've experienced, it makes you uncomfortable. But risk being uncomfortable for just a little bit so you can take the power from the secrets in your life and give yourself permission to step into something that's already waiting for you to make room for it in your life. You stop the cycles by doing something different. You change the trajectory of your journey by doing something different. So on this day, December the 9th, 2021, is the opportunity for you to be able to look at the woman in your mirror and decide for you, this stops with me. If you have children, if you have a daughter, when you look in the mirror, you're not only seeing your face, but you are also seeing their face. It stops with me. Can you say that to yourself today? All of that stuff that mama them and grandma them, all that Aunt Jane had and all that Aunt Sue had, all that stuff stops with me. I made that decision for myself many years ago, and I will tell you, I've had to go through a lot of hell to overcome and heal and be delivered from the things of my past. But would I change it? No. Because if I can see my daughter and my granddaughters and my children be able to step into the beauty and the power of who they are without the mess that I brought with me, it's all worth it. Today is your day to choose that it all stops with you by exposing your secrets. If you are listening to this message today, whether live or on replay, whenever you hear this message and it resonates with you, my prayer for you today is that God will give you the comfort, the person, the atmosphere where you can feel comfortable enough to begin to expose those secrets where you are silenced no more. I'm Lynette M. Bradshaw. Thank you today for listening as we did a little girl talk where I come in every day for just a few minutes to put something in your ear, to impress upon your heart, not to get you to rah rah and be excited because that's passing, that's fleeting, but to speak a word into your ear to cause you to think and see things differently for you so you can walk forward confidently and boldly as you've been purposed to. So leave me some comments. Let me know where you're listening from. Let me know how this resonates with you. And I will see you next Thursday for just a few minutes as I come and speak to your heart from the heart of one woman to the soul of many. Have an amazing day. And if I don't see you online, have an amazing weekend. And I'll talk to you soon.